It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Yep.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yep.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yep.
On 3rd down, Jackson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go.
Alrighty.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
We're set. 19.
Right there in the middle. 55. 3 bud, 3 bud, 3 bud.
Ready?
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alrighty.
Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 22, Jackson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yep.
Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
Yeah, unless he's in the fight. He's pretty.
Double tight. 3 down.
Ready?
Hey, check. 3 down. Check 50. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Tight dog.
There we go.
On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
He's checking crack. Switch.
Now Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Check safety.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this,
Yep.
You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One more. Yep.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Here we go, D. All day, D.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson uncorks one for Davis. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yes.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Gurley. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Yep.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Yep.
They run. It's Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Yep.
Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Slam, slam, slam.
Yep.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Ready.
Bring it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Here's Jackson. Woo! He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Let's set a tone,
Yep.
fellas. Let's set a tone. Wide, get wide. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
To throw is Jackson.
Good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Mike. Where's the tap? 19. Mike. We got it. Shoot.
Ready?
A first down carry for Barkley. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Here's Watson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ready?
Here I come. Here I come. Check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready?
Strip that ball.
On second and a yard, Watson dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Ready?
Check 52. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second and 9, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. He'll have a first down past the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready?
On first down, Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Ready?
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Ready?
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Returnable now for Woodson. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gurley, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yep.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man. It's Vernon Davis. Touchdown, Cowboys. Vernon Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down here the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Ready?
Now it's Watson. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Watson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
To throw is Watson. Got a man. It's Brown. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Ready?
Watson looks to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Give me one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready?
Back to throw, Watson. Steps away to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready?
Here's Watson.
Throw the ball.
Watson lost it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Throw the ball. He's wide open.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt.
I think under.
And this is going to wind up left. Well
under,
struck, but it's no good.
So
we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
What in the world?
Past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Maybe my controller's broken.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ready?
On the run, it's Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Switch.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Got you.
Ready?
Check 4, check 4.
And
There you
that
go,
is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Ready?
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, let's get this. 55, Mike, 55. Let's go, D. Mike 55, Mike 55. Check, 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 check. Mike 55. Mike 55. Check, 55.
On 4th down, Watson. It's complete to Grant. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
This will be caught by Brown. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, 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 check. Switch. 9. Dynamo. Dynamo.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Good shot, Thomas.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Ready?
Tighten up, tighten up.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Ready?
From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Yep.
Throwing is Jackson. And pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. They can't hang with us. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Jackson now. And able to find Dorsett. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Yep.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Yep.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Yep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 42-yard line.
Yep.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Yep.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Yep.
Hey, 25 to Echo. You must be dreaming.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Yep.
On 4th down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by
Inside
Riley
pocket.
Harrison. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check 59.
Ready?
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now it's Barkley.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He won't be ready. Get to the set. 19. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Ready?
Watson.
Oh my
And
goodness.
this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yep.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Yep.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
We coming all day.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
That's trash. That's trash.
Yeah, ready.
52, Mike 52. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Yep.
Check nine, check nine. Out, 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 out.
From the gun, Jackson.
Thank you.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey, 59. Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. On the ball, 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 ball.
Third and long, it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I'm ready now.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yep.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Cowboys on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Yep.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's not miss, Frank.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready?
Off of play action, it's Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
No. That's identifying. It's identifying the weak. It's identifying the weak leg. I'm throwing now. Ready?
Check 37. Check 37.
You good?
They'll run with Barkley. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down, 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yep.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Yep. Yes.
Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Yep. Yes.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They begin with a run by Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Again, it's Barkley. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Barkley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
You had 11
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Let's see what you got.
12. I know. I don't know why it went.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brent.